Chevy? Chevyland stands apart from the competition. Explore over 12 acres and more than 260 vehicles with truckloads of savings, like $10,000 off select new 2026 Silverado 1500s, 1.9% financing on Blazer and Silverado, plus the Chevyland Advantage, 12 months complimentary maintenance. That's peace of mind, only at Chevyland. And that's why we're #1 in North Louisiana. Come see the difference for yourself at Chevyland, your Silverado headquarters. A better price somewhere else? Good luck finding it. Chevyland is shaking up North Louisiana, moving more Chevrolets than anyone around. And when you move volume, the numbers work in your favor. More inventory, more buying power, more ways to put serious money in your pocket. Choose from over 300 new Chevrolet vehicles priced to move right now. See what happens when pricing is pushed to the edge and the customer comes first. Don't take our word for it. Come see the numbers yourself. Chevyland, your Silverado headquarters.
Top 16, the OP Super Speedway Limited Series of Season 19. English's Landscaping here at Atlanta. Sponsored by, well, Anthony English. It's either Anthony or Bruce. Come to find out it was Anthony. So big shout out to Anthony sponsoring tonight. Of course, presented by MaxspeedTV. Myself, Joshua, my brother, Jamie.
Jeremy? What?
And, well, we got a surprise in here tonight. Stephen Lane joining us back in the booth. You know, Stephen, glad to, see you're feeling better and able to, at least get back up in the booth. Still going to be a while before you, I'm assuming, get back out on the track.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a while. I opened up iRacing yesterday, got on the controller, and I thought, well, what am I doing here? It looked like a drunk teenager on Friday night going down Main Street, and I'm like, I don't see how those guys even attempt it. But, man, glad to be up here with you guys on this opening night chase, championship series here for OP. Man, it's going to be a great one.
I agree. It is. It's been a boring week, as Bub said a while ago, because we ain't had a race or had a broadcast since Monday.
Monday.
So, yeah. So But yeah, it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a good race.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, no race since Monday. Of course, we got it in the works for Thursday. Don't know any great details on it, but they're working on it, and we'll find out within the next week or so exactly, when all that's going to fire up and start back for OPTNT on Thursday nights. But they've still got racing to do here in the OP Unlimited series. So, round one of the top 16, there is 3 races in the top 16. I got Atlanta tonight, IRSS next week, and then Daytona night. And then, of course, it'll be into the round of 8. But they got to get through the first 3 races first before we even talk about the upcoming rounds. And, well, tonight, going to start things off here, temp of 80, track temp of 83, 120 laps here tonight at Atlanta, 180 miles. Of course, unlimited tires, 42% fuel, so they're looking at about 20 to 25 laps on a tank of fuel, 22 at minimum. Got to talking to a few drivers about that. Now, if they can squeeze out 25 laps, then they could do it on 4 stops, but it could be definitely 5-stop race here this evening. A pit road, of course, a gruesome 45 miles an hour with a pace speed of 55 here tonight. Now, taking a look, although I do have it in the graphics as well for the driver bar, as Steven and my brother know that I try to put those in. Here are your chase drivers coming into tonight. Adam Kildare, Vicente Guerrero, Josh Ball, Eddie Brigante, Mark Mann, Rick Seabrands, Anthony English, Forrest Sparks, Christopher Jordan, Dave Hunt, Andrew Zonto, Dustin Logson, Dwayne Corbett, James Merritt, Ron Dill, and Harold Rothery have made it to battle it out for the Season 19 championship. Of course, they got to make it through all the rounds first and get to the Final Four before, of course, we get down to the Final 4 drivers. So here, that is your 16 drivers. And I got to say, guys, I think it's going to be a slobber knocker, starting tonight here at this. I hate this track. I hate the new layout of Atlanta. I really do.
Well, this new Atlanta, Echo Park, whatever you want to call it, we all just call it Atlanta. It's going to be a racer's racetrack, Josh. It's always, it has been since the update. It's hard to pass here. Runs are going to be a premium. I mean, if you get a run, it's just going to be whether or not you get the right spot at the right time and be able to make that clean pass, especially in the corners, because, I mean, got to make it stick. If it doesn't stick, you're going to slide up into the wall or you're going to get hooked. I mean, it just depends on whether you can make the truck work for you.
Yeah, and if you can't make it work, then, what are you doing out on the track? So,
True.
you got to make it work some way or another, whether, run that bottom line or try to get something going on that top side. Something is going to have to start here tonight. Coming down to the final, of course, 2 minutes left here, folks. We're going to go ahead and step aside and play our national anthem here tonight. So qualifying here at Atlanta should be underway or close to it when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous to say, stand of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, Satan's that Star Spangled Banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free. In the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
Alrighty, folks, qualifying underway at the moment. Mr. Dustin Logston has the top spot with a 32-147. Oh, no, not anymore. Batman.
And then Batman just got knocked out of there by
Yeah, he
a
did.
kill day.
Yep. No, Adams, no stranger to that position. Looks like Anthony English, Steve Arata, Bubba Winningham just completed his lap. Rick Seabrand's coming out as well. Still have about 2 minutes left here, just a little over. So these guys
Well,
have.
Joshua, I was doing some math over here, and on the fuel, I'm looking at about 21 laps. We should start seeing pit stops.
Okay. Well, I put it at 20 to 25, so,
I would probably say, according to what I'm looking at, right at 21 laps, we should start seeing people making some pit stops. We'll see how close I am.
Yeah, we'll see. I just put it to 20 to 25, so I'm going to be closer. I got a big gap there. Well, yeah, we'll see exactly when they start coming down pit road. That's going to, of course, determine, how, spread out they get. Down to the final minute 10 here. Dwayne Corbett. Looks like Rick Seabrand's going to third here. Of course, there is the chase driver graphic for everybody that wants to keep up with the drivers that are in the chase. The graphic is up there. Now, I do know that Vicente doesn't have the C by his name, but Vicente is in the chase. So, the chase graphic overrides what the C says. Okay, Eric W. picking whoever qualifies third. Well, that's not a bad pick at the moment. Vicente Guerrero is right now third. Wayne Corbett, 32-0-9-1, and that is going to propel Dwayne to the top. And nobody is going to be able to come back out. Dwayne Corbett grabbing the pole. Wow, what a lap.
No kidding. Last second.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and get him up here real quick.
I love it.
Oh, man, I think it's automatic. I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know how that works. But anyway, Dwayne Corbett, what a lap, buddy. Propelling yourself up into the top spot here. Going to start on the pole, man. Well, round one of the chase, buddy. How you feeling? How's the nerves, man?
I guess pretty good. I don't like Atlanta, so I guess there's those nerves, but I'm trying to take it easy.
Gonna try and take it. Well, we've heard that before.
Yeah.
Well, what's the survivability out here tonight? We got 25 trucks. We've got 16 chase drivers. You being one of them. What do you got to do? I mean, I know definitely get a win would definitely help, but if you can't get the win, what are you hoping for finish wise?
I'm hoping to win. I don't know how realistic that is. But I mean, I'll finish as high as I can, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of start off as strong as you can, and take it race by race. That's pretty much what you got to do. Of course, tonight, take it lap by lap, see where everything lines out. Dwayne, awesome job starting on the pole out here tonight, buddy. Starting things off strong, and I think that's what we're going to have to see from not only you, but by everybody else out here too. Congratulations on the pole out here tonight. Grid it up, because we're about to grid you guys up here tonight as well, buddy. Awesome job.
So, man, thank you.
Thank you, bud. All right. I hope I put him back there in the right room. If I didn't, well, I'll figure it out. All right. Well, now I think it's automatic when because
it is.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's grid them up here tonight. MaxspeedTV starting grid here this evening. Dwayne Corbett with a 32.106. Grabbing the pole out here tonight, knocking Adam Kilday back there into second, but he's going to start on the outside here. Josh Ball third, Vicente fourth, Rick C. Brands in fifth, Mark May in sixth, Dustin Loxton seventh, Anthony English in eighth, Andrew Zonto in ninth, and Scott Warren rounding out the top 10. Travis Elliott in 11th, Larry Eddy in 12th, Steve Rod at 13th, Joseph Holder in 14th, Rondell 15th, Jesse Meyer 16th, Dave Hunt 17th, Bubba Winningham in 18th, Harold Rothery in 19th, and Shane Posey in 20th. He did not qualify. Neither did Charlie Morgan 21st, Christopher Jordan 22nd, Jason Kinzer 23rd, Andrew Schroeder 24th, and Forrest Sparks going to start in the back in 25th. I gotta say, 25 trucks tonight, guys. It's gonna be a good race.
Yeah, again, it's going to be definitely a strategy race. Position is going to be a premium here at Atlanta. It's just going to have to mind your P's and Q's, be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, with Atlanta being the pit interest, being in turn 3 as well, got to watch out for that.
Yep, pace truck down to the safety at pit road for the first time here tonight, and into the start zone, and the green flies. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Here we go, folks. We are racing here tonight at Atlanta. Boy, Adam Kilday wasted no time. He got a good jump.
Yeah, he did.
And Larry Eddy did not grid, and we lost him as a driver, so he didn't start.
He didn't start. All right, 24 trucks. Still not bad.
Nope.
Looks like we got old Kyle Warren out in chat here tonight already.
Yeah, it looks like that mid line is going to be the line to be running tonight, kind of dropping it down to that apex of that turn going into 1 and 2 and into 3 and 4. We'll see if that is a tire strategy, because Atlanta will eat up your tires, guys. Running at these speeds, we're talking 180 miles an hour.
No, not as bad as the old Atlanta, though.
No, not as bad as the old Atlanta, but it will. I mean, you will burn up your tires here, especially.
Man.
Huge
Oh, somebody's down.
That is Vicente, isn't it?
I think it was.
I believe that might have been Vicente. Yeah, it
I
was.
think it was.
Yeah, the 14. Yes, it was. And that is the problem with these trucks. Steven knows it. I know it. We've raced them. When you get loose in these trucks, they do not like to be safe. So they get all bent out of shape. Of course, Vicente did a good job, though, of being able not to getting in front of, keeping an eye on everybody.
Yeah, I mean these things. Once you start getting sideways with these trucks, they are definitely hard to recover. We almost had another one right there with the 014 of Jesse Meyer. Is it Meyer or Meyer?
I call him Meyer, Jesse Meyer.
He got a pretty hard bump there by Zonto, kind of got him loose, and
looks like
he did a heck of a job to make that recovery as well.
Steve Rada popped the wall here, and Steve's all bent out of shape. Looks like Bubba Winningham's paint is not showing up. Oh!
We might have a wreck.
Yep, Zonto.
Yep.
Going on. Oh, here we go. Big wreck. Yeah.
That's a big one.
Bubba involved in this. Zonto involved in this. It all kind of started back here, though. We're going to get on, looks like Zonto here. Zonto got all bit. Oh, somebody might have got loose first. That was the 014, not the 14, the 014 of Jesse. Looks like out of the corner through the tri-oval, he just all of a sudden got loose, and Andrew was right there, and that started kind of a chain reaction. It got Andrew bent out of shape. It got the 76 all bent out of shape. And it was kind of on from there after that. And there's where Jesse gets back into, that is Scott Warren. And there was a big pile up behind him, too. And the 03, oh, man, 68 or 69.
There for a second, I thought they were going to be able to save it. But...
Mm-hmm. Man.
Stephen, what did you see on your end?
I don't hear Stephen talking.
Don't either.
Stephen might have had to step away. Everybody is.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I was looking at something. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. I just asked what you saw on your end.
Pretty much the same thing. It looked like the 014 of Jesse kind of came out of that tri-oval, just got loose and came down on Zonto, and then Zonto hooked him and then just overcorrected, and that just caused a chain reaction.
Yep. Looks like Sass Cannon out in chat here as well. So yeah, you haven't really missed a whole lot. Looks like everybody coming back out. Anthony English has led 4 laps. Of course, it's not all about, leading. Of course, I do believe you do get. Yeah, you do get. You do get a bonus point for leading a lap. So that leading a lap does help. Because as my brother has alluded to in the past. All it takes is 1 point,
Right.
Every point counts.
Yeah.
Every point counts.
So I'm only seeing 14 of the 16 chase drivers. Who are we missing? We are missing Jim. We're missing James. Mayor.
Oh, okay.
James is not here.
Yeah, I knew we were missing somebody.
And somebody else is not here. Andy Bergante.
Okay, I was just looking through them, so.
Yeah, Andy Bergante's not here, so we're missing 2 of the chase drivers here tonight, unfortunately. We've got 14 of the 16, and right now, the top 9 are in, in the chase. All right, here we go. Green's back out. They got top lanes where you want to be at on these restarts. I don't think you want to be on that bottom. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh, we got another quick caution somewhere.
Yeah, it looked like Dustin might have started in the wrong gear.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Bubba Winningham, it took me on Bubba, but it looks like the 48. So there was a chain reaction back here. You get on the 45 of Joseph Holder. The 48 gets into the back of him twice.
Mm-hmm.
Then the 11 of Jason Kinzer is coming up on the 48. He gets hit into the back end by the 69, which kind of started a chain reaction. And then Bubba Winningham gets into the back of him, and then the 83 gets into the back of Bubba. And Bubba goes spinning around, and that's where it's at. It's in the back.
Is Bubba in that solid white truck?
Yeah.
Gosh.
He, I don't know exactly. I know he was having some graphic problems, and then
Okay.
I even updated trading paints, and it still wouldn't
too.
show up. So
Yeah, because I thought it was on my end too, so I reopened trading paints and it still didn't work. So
yeah, so there's some either trading paints problems or some other underlying issues going on. Not entirely sure, but looks like we're going to see Scott Warren possibly get his lap back here. Let's find out. Yep, he's going to get the wave around. So, yep, he is going to get his lap back. So that's going to put Scott, looks like 1 lap down. Was he 2 laps down? Looks like he's coming down pit road now, so we'll find out where everybody lines up. Yeah, very quick yellow after the restart. And Steven, I know you've seen that before, and Bub, you broadcasted with us both long enough. You've seen, those checkups happen as well.
Yep.
Yeah, what that was guys leaving some space, trying to close that space up before the green flag starts. And of course, when you have somebody right in front of you, you can't go because there's somebody in front of you, and it just causes a pile up.
Yep.
That's all that was. So
now, lights should go off. I don't see the lights staying on another lap. Really, hardly anybody came down. I mean, we've had a few that come down, but for the most part, everybody stayed out.
Got another one coming down right now.
Looked like Zonto.
Yeah, he got a black flag.
Probably pitting in a closed pit. He'll just get an EOL. Just go
There
back
goes
to
the lights.
Yeah, he'll just go back to the tail end of the field. That's all.
As a passing under yellow.
Oh, yeah. It'll be cleared.
Yep.
It looks like the 83 coming back out. Shane Posey, but he's going to have to go to the tail end here. All right, well, we're going to try this again. Coming to lap number 14 here. English's Landscaping here in Atlanta, round number 1 of the top 16. Of course, this is the start of the playoffs. That's, like I said, 3 races in the playoffs here for the round of 16. Win will get you into the next round. That's the way they have always done it. So I would assume that is the way they're doing it again this year. I have not been told otherwise. So if you win, you're automatically into the next round. So a win for a chase driver will put you into the round of 8. Then a win in the round of 8, of course, will give you a spot in the round of 4. Well, here we go. Pace truck down again to the safety of pit road. Let's see here if we can get a good start here coming. Boy, they are getting all right there together, and they're already doing some bumping and banging up here. All right, a little bit better of a start, I got to say.
Yep. That was a lot better.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is guys starting off in the wrong gear. They're not paying attention to what gear they're in. You know, on the restart, you should, you know, most of the guys, you know, you'll start in second gear. I think some of these guys, you know, and towards the back, they're starting in third gear, and it just slows everything up, gets everything in a bind.
I never started in third. I always started in like second.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And most, I think there's some of them that's not paying attention.
Yeah.
And they're starting in third instead of starting in second like they should be. That's what's kind of causing the checkups there.
Yeah, I know some drivers that started in first. I don't know how they do it.
I don't either. I tried that before. And just there goes the rear end, you know.
Yep. Yeah, it gets those tires spinning and everything. Yeah, you can start in first. I mean, if you can start in first, do it. But you got to be very, very careful of doing it. Oh, we see Anthony English, Rich Steve Brands, the 33 of Josh Ball. Now, these are some of the drivers on the top side here. The 18, that is Harold Rothery also. Oh,
we got yeah.
Oh, they're going to save it. That is the 9. That was Dwayne Corbett.
Yep, it sure was.
Real quick rewind here on the MaxspeedTV. Remember, this is live too, so when I rewind it, it's rewound live. So yeah, looks like Dwayne's gonna go to the tail end. But the good thing about Atlanta, and this is what I keep telling everybody, the good thing about Atlanta is, yeah, it acts like a super speedway, but at this track, we're going to see 3 wide back here with the 03 of Steve Rada, and very quickly it went back to side by side. But your chances of getting caught back up are a lot better here than they are at like Talladega, Daytona, iRacing Super Speedway. You know, because it's only 1.5 miles. Yeah, it is a drafting track, but you can get it back by yourself if you do it right.
Yeah.
So don't count out Dwayne Corbett. Remember,
Jesse Meyer call it quits? They don't have fast repairs.
Oh no! Yeah, we've had
got 2 of them down there. Bubba's done too, looks like.
Steve Rada has used his as well, and Scott Warren had to use his. And remember, this was, you know, a couple of wrecks that had happened already here tonight. Yep. So you only get 1 fast repair. I did fail to mention that, but yeah, 1 fast repair. It's been that way throughout the whole season. So, you know, you use that fast repair early, and you're looking at, you know, either having to park it if you get too much damage, or you know, just being very careful throughout the rest of the event. We are now down to 100 laps to go. I know it seems like a lot, but here in Atlanta, that's not really that much. Ooh, somebody's scraping.
Close to that outside wall.
Zonzo!
Oh, we're gonna have a wreck.
Christopher Jordan! I caught that
seen
live.
That one. Yep, I seen that one.
Whoa!
Didn't mean to interrupt you there, Steven.
Oh no, I was I don't even know what I was going to say.
All right, well, let me see. Let's get on the 06 of Zonto, because that's where it's going to initialize. Did he catch the wall first? Well, he got loose first and then caught the wall, and then that kind of upset that machine, and then he kind of overcorrected, and then right there is where Jordan is at. And then we're a little bit of 3 wide right here too, and unfortunately that just shot Christopher Jordan right up into the outside wall. Only 2 trucks were involved in this, but still, nevertheless, that hurts. And Christopher Jordan's.
We got a wreck up front too. Some shenanigans are going on.
Yeah, well, I didn't see that yet, but Christopher Jordan's got a blown engine, so he is going to have to come down and use that fast repair. Yeah, his engine is smoking. It's not yet blown yet, but he's going to have to be careful getting it all the way back around. If it blows, it's going to be in some trouble. Oh, and it might have just went. It did.
Did you hear it? Oh,
yeah.
Stop smoking. It's done.
Yeah, it went ahead and popped. Yep. Yep, it popped on him. Yep, man. So he's going to have to tow. Oh, that's going to hurt.
I seen that spark at the back too.
Mm-hmm. Man. All right. Well, Josh Ball's going to be the first one off of pit road here. I remember unlimited tires, but I don't see really anybody taking tires at the moment, Steven. So, maybe a different plan of an attack. I think Steven's off in La La Land.
Probably.
If he's trying to talk, I don't hear him.
I was watching what happened. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of off in my own little. I'm off in my own little La La Land right now. Sorry about that. No, I was just kind of reviewing what happened. It looked like Ron, that second incident that happened, looked like he kind of come up through the pack and just kind of overjudged his speed and clipped some of those guys. And I think one of them was Lucky Dog.
Oh no!
Cost one of the guys their Lucky Dog position. So.
Oh man, that hurts.
That's what I.
It does.
Well, so.
All right. Well, looks like Josh Ball. That would be Eric's pick because he did pick the driver who qualified third. So, and when you're picking qualifications and those who qualify at your pick, it's random. You don't know who it's going to be until qualifying's done. So, I know it's still early, but, Josh Ball, that is going to be Eric's pick out here tonight. If y'all have a pick in chat, throw it in chat. We'll try to get to it. Of course, after the halfway mark, picks don't count. So... glad to see we've got some newcomers out there here. I did see one of them, Layla. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Yeah, who am I rooting for? Oh, you had to throw that on me. Oh, really? Seriously? Well, it's got to be a non-chase driver. I love seeing those non-chase drivers, kind of pull out the victory. So it's got to be a non-chase driver. Any of them will do.
Any of them will do.
All right, here we go. Green's back out and back underway here at, well, I can't really call it Hotlanta because it's not hot. We'll call it Cold Atlanta. Here at Atlanta here. Josh Ball got a good start there. It looks like Adam Kilday. Adam, no stranger to the front, as we well know. I mean, this guy, throughout the season, 5 wins on the season, and he started the season winning 3 straight.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely no stranger to the winning circle for sure.
I believe he was the winner the last regular season winner at Atlanta too, wasn't he?
Let's see here. Atlanta. No, Sebastian Marin actually won the last Atlanta race. Yeah. He actually beat out Dwayne Corbett by 3/100ths of a second. I mean, it was right at the line. It was close. And then Rick Sebrands finished third. I think that was the race Dwayne Corbett actually crossed sideways, if my memory serves me correct. So, but yeah, it was very close indeed. I think this is only the Gabe Butler won the first time we was at Atlanta, way back on round number 4 of the regular season. And, yeah, very, very interesting Atlanta for sure. And, man, they are getting very, very tight, close indeed up here. Getting back to the action for sure. Oh, good buddy Dave Hunt right there in that 53 machine. He is on the bottom. We're starting to see that bottom groove start to come into play a little bit more, Steven. I know we've seen that outside line really be the factor of these past Atlanta races, but maybe tonight, maybe it's going to be that bottom lane.
Well, you know, again, it depends. But, you know, that watch Josh down on the inside. You're going to see him kind of get a little bit loose. I think, but the ideal line is going to be that mid line, though.
Whoa.
You know, throughout the night as we continue on.
So if you can control that middle line, Steven, then you're pretty much going to be able to control the race per se.
I believe so.
Now,
just because I think you'll have a little bit more room, especially if you're able to, you know, you'll have a little bit more room to drift up towards that outside wall coming through the tri over there. But and then diving it down like what Anthony's doing right now, coming off that wall, diving it down into that midline into turn 1 and 2. You just don't have that room down on the inside, and you'll have to start lifting a little bit more into the corners, and you can see that run that outside line is getting right now.
Yeah, Eric's got a good point out there. They have to be closer to the wall to make the outside line zoom, but that's not the fastest way around here. So
it's not, but it's definitely the smoothest.
Yeah, and you're not really running up a whole lot of tires running that outside line either.
No, you're not.
So, you know, that may come later on into the race as we get closer and closer toward the end. If they're on a green flag run, you know, and, you know they have the fuel to make it, tires may become a, a necessity at that point. You know,
right.
Save those tires, run that outside line. You know,
and I think that inside line you're going to start running your tires up quicker.
Charlie Morgan, that is a new name that I am seeing here tonight. He's got Josh Ball breathing down the back of his neck here. Man, they are right there.
They're tight up there,
yes,
man.
they
That is
are,
close.
and they are somebody. I don't know how in the world they saved that.
They are definitely leaning on each other.
Yes, they are. Look who's back up here, guys. Lead on me, right? So look who's back up here. Setting at 7th, the night of Dwayne Corbett.
That didn't take you long.
No. Them yellows help. Dustin Loxton, Travis Elliott. It's one of the few non-chase drivers out here, but you know Travis is a fighter, and he will fight for every spot he can get. So this is one of the many non-chase drivers that, yes, I am rooting for out here tonight. Steve Verada. I keep wanting to say Vicente, but he's in the chase. Joseph Holder, Shane Posey, Jason Kinzer. I know a few of these guys just missed it barely. I think Steven Jack.
Dude, what?
I think Eric got into Steven's pain meds. My brother's saying in chat.
Eric's going nuts right now. So.
I want you to look at the 33 of Josh Ball here.
Okay.
Whoa, we getting a little bit loose. I seen a tailgate fly off.
I see that too. Interesting.
But I want you to watch his truck, though, as he's coming into the corners and stuff. You're going to see him. You'll see that rear end kind of slide out just a little bit. He is starting to get a little bit loose in the corners.
It's going a right rear look. Man, they are getting so close.
Yeah, they are. Hey.
Might be able to do a better look at the left rear. But this is looking back on the left rear, the driver's side, looking back.
Oh, somebody got loose.
Yeah. See, this is why it's so hard to do these different camera angles, because you miss a lot. You know. We'll look at it right here. TV2 at least.
I'm on, well, I've got a TV tower.
Yeah,
We're 3 wide.
Yeah, 3 wide up front. Yep, TV tower right here. It's not a bad looking camera angle. Oh, no!
Oh, man, we're going to go,
wall.
yeah.
That was the nod into the wall, and we are going to have a yellow. All right, well, let's find out what well, I know what happened. Looks like the 9 got a little bit too far up. That was Dwayne Corbett, unfortunately. And, you know, and he just got back up here, too. So, let's find out. I think he might have come out of the corner through the tri-oval. There's the stripe, and oh, he was just too far up. And truck wouldn't turn, got into the wall. The 81 was right there. That was Dustin down into the 4 of Rick Seabrand's. And then, of course, the 4 and the 9 also going to make contact. The 03 of Steve Rada, nowhere to go. He's going to get a piece of it as well.
I want to take a look at Mark Mann. He slammed into that outside wall.
Yeah,
he got hooked by Ron Deal. Ron Deal was reacting to what was happening in front of him, bounced off the wall and come off the wall and come down into Mark Mann. Unfortunately, that's probably going to end Mark Mann's night.
That was a little bit
a fast repair left.
Oh,
Mark's
he has a fast repair?
Yeah, Mark's got a fast repair. So.
That was some net code between Ron and Mark. Now, that they would have definitely made contact, but that shot Mark right up into the outside wall, and man, heavy damage. So you said Mark did use that fast repair, yeah?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so
boy, there's so many drivers had to use them early. That hurts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hurts. Golly, y'all are killing me in chat.
Wow.
Chris to my brother.
Well, say.
Golly.
I sat there too long. My foot's asleep.
Sass.
Yeah, his reply.
Ooh, Sass Cannon. Oh my gosh. All right, well, Travis Elliott, apparently our leader. Steve Rada, Vicente, Anthony, Dave, Harold, Shane, Forrest, Joseph, Jason. That's going to round out the top 10. we'll probably have some drivers come back down, I would imagine. Oh, is Travis Elliott?
Zente as the leader right now.
Got Travis Elliott.
I've got Travis Elliott. Travis Elliott is your leader.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it goes. It just, like I said, I don't have ATVO up. I'm using the results, so.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you don't have it. I forgot you don't have it loaded.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, his ATVO's not working right. Well, it's not working at all because he ain't got it on.
He ain't got it on. Yep.
Stephen, it's good to have you back up here after your surgery.
Well, I'm starting to feel it right now. My old knee is starting to get, knee and leg is starting to get pretty tight. So I'm over here kind of doing my stretches while I'm sitting in my seat. But I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to sit here. So.
Well, you know, it's good just to have you back, whether you can make it the full race, half the race, you know, heck, if you only made it a couple of laps, you know, glad you're doing better. I know one of our drivers over here at OP, Jeff Crosby Sr., I know he just went through it, so, you know, we're wishing all of Jeff Crosby Sr. well. Jeff, we're thinking about you, buddy. Stephen knows your pain, so, you know, get to feeling better. I know you'll be back out here racing with everybody here, hopefully within the next, you know, few months. It'll take a little bit for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, we're thinking about you. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Good start by everybody here. So, but yeah, definitely thinking about you. I know Jeff Crosby Sr. would have made it into that top 16, but unforeseen, you know, circumstances, surgery, you know, kind of unfortunately, you know, took him out of it. But hey, you know, Jeff's gonna come back and he's gonna kick some butt. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing, like I said, I told Anthony and Bubba, I kind of visited some of the drivers before the race. You know, I'm doing a little bit of research on, you know, like settings and stuff. See if I can figure out some settings with my steering wheels and everything. But
No three of Steve Rod is 3 wide. Not to interrupt you there, but there was some 3 wide action with Steve Rod in here. He was right in the middle. They finally got it figured out, but you know that definitely could have went south pretty quickly. But good driving.
Especially here, it can.
Yeah. Good driving by everybody.
Well, like I said, I try to run a little bit last night using the controller. Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Hey, we're not Andrew Zanto, okay? You know I got to pick on old Andrew.
I was like, there ain't no way. I look like a drunk teenager on a Friday night going down Main Street.
I don't know how Andrew does it. But, you know, he can will and deal. I know it's probably easier on, like, you know, the bigger tracks. Not sure how easy it is on Atlanta, but, I mean, if you didn't know he was using a controller, then you would think he was using a wheel. But, especially on the bigger tracks. But, yeah, he knows how to do it. I just don't get it. I really don't.
I don't either.
I've tried it. I would rather use my mouse and keyboard. I do a better job of it. But my hand gets tired, so, you know.
Yeah, I have no idea how he does it.
Gotta get the points you can get in round 1. Of course, I know we still got, you know, round 2 and 3 of the top 16. Definitely can pick up some there for sure, but, you know, it all, you know, really comes into play. Ooh, Travis Elliott got a little squirrely there. I wonder if 14 of Vicente might have tagged him a little bit. I don't know, but definitely a possibility. Oh, Anthony tagging the wall. That's not good when you're leading.
No, it's not.
Ron Deal does the same thing. He can't stay off the wall either.
As Eric would say, it's a wall fetish.
Yeah, that's what he said that earlier. We got 3 wide up front.
Oh, golly. Is that? Yep, that's the 85. That's Adam. Right up the gut.
Here we go again.
Yep. Who is that behind Adam? That is the 33 of Josh Ball. And you also have the 03 of Steve Rada coming up through here, too. And that's going to put Steve right into the wall. And nowhere to go for Jordan. He somehow managed to dodge most of that. But, yeah, that 3 wide, man, it'll get you every time. Coming out of the corner, the 45 of Joseph Holder was on the outside. So out of the corner right there, maybe some net coating might have played a little bit of a factor in that, but it definitely would have touched regardless. But right there is where it's going to be, and that's going to send Rada and Holder up to the outside wall. We're going to stay on Rada here as we're going to see Christopher Jordan peeking up and through here. And Jordan did not even get into Steve Rada. I don't know how Jordan did that. Caliber of driving by Jordan. Man.
He had them brakes locked up. He is definitely going to need a new fire suit.
Right? Adam, all day, kill day. My new job is driver nicknames. Well, that's probably not a bad nickname for Adam, for sure. It doesn't matter what track you give Adam, man. He... You know, I would love to see some of these drivers. I know these drivers mostly race super speedways, and I get why they do it. But I would like to see some of them get on, you know, some of these... You know, I would say short tracks, but, you know,
technical track.
More technical tracks and kind of see what they can do. I don't know if Adam would be all day kill day on those or not. I don't know. I've only seen them on super speedways, so.
I bet you that it would surprise you. I mean, you get these guys on a Phoenix or on a Pocono. I bet you'd be surprised at what they could do.
Yeah. Looks like Joseph Holder went ahead and stayed out to lead a lap. I would assume he may continue to stay out, and he is. Wow. He's been out here 10 laps. Everybody else pretty much come down pit road. We're going to have a few come back down.
Sad. Kyle Ketchup on Toast Warren.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, I guess they know each other. So I will let that one slide since y'all know each other. But that is funny. Ketchup on toast. That doesn't even sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Sounds like something a pregnant woman would eat.
I was just about to say, just go ahead and say it because you know you want to.
Well, I'm sitting here laughing at the same time, you know. You accidentally how did you accidentally get your nephew to eat toast with the ketchup?
Probably the same way that I didn't accidentally. I got you to eat beets years ago. I told you that cranberry sauce.
Oh, I don't even like cranberries now, but yeah. Ugh.
That was funny too.
Forced it.
Forced it.
Ugh. I don't like liver.
I do.
Now, liver's good for, the only thing liver's good for is fish bait. That's it.
Fish bait.
Yep. Well, all right, here we go. Joseph did not come down. He's going to lead him to the green here. Lap number 53 here tonight. Green is out, and, oh, well, being out there on older laps, going to have to go a little bit easier, and that's going to open the door up for Anthony English, Josh Ball to come around to the outside. Here comes Adam Kilday as well. On that bottom line, trying to get going here, the 45-14-51. You also have the 53-11. And it looks like somebody else just moved up to the top side here. And I do believe Holder, Holder's coming down now. I think he probably realized that being
that
out there.
wasn't a good idea. Yeah.
Not a good idea to stay out there. You know, maybe if it was late into the race, maybe. But, you know, not even halfway. Coming up on halfway, though, here in about, 6 laps or so. You know, I think you just want to come down with everybody else. But, you know, Joseph tried it. You know, hey, you know, you got to try something different, you know. But, you know, the good thing about this is Joseph is going to have about 4, 5 laps.
Oh, we're going to have a round going up.
Oh, and Josh Ball, Anthony English.
That front three.
No yellow? Really? No yellow.
I was shocked. Anthony got a black flag.
Wow.
Yeah, and no yellow on that.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to find out here what happened. So let me go ahead and do some button pushing because I'm going to have to get back here. So it looks like Josh is actually leading ahead of Adam. Josh goes to the top. Anthony looks like maybe coming down. And Adam is right there. Ooh. Okay, then. So this is interesting. Let me go a little bit closer. And did Anthony get into the back? Oh, I think Adam might have pushed the 33 to the top side here. And man, yeah, Adam all over the back of the 33 and then pushed him kind of up. And then the 44 gets into the back of the 33, slows him down a little bit. And then right there is the hook from the 44, that right front to the left rear into Josh Ball. And that is going to spin the 33 and the 44. And yeah, Adam just trying to dodge everything. He goes into the grass. Looks like Adam is not going to get a black flag, nor is Josh Ball, but we do know Anthony did. I believe it might have been cleared because, you know, of where he crossed. But, yeah. Yeah.
Dustin Longstead had a meatball a while ago, just a second ago.
Yeah, right here we're gonna see Anthony entered pit road, and then right there is where he crossed. So, yeah, a little bit late on the yellow there, iRacing or admins or whoever it was. I know within above 10 laps, the admins can throw the yellow. Below 10 laps to go, they can't. They leave it up to iRacing. So, it's just something they've always done, so...
Oh, it's not a new thing?
No.
Oh, okay.
As long as I've known them, they've always done it. You know, under 10 to go, they will not throw the yellow for any reason. It is left up to iRacing to throw it. That's why some wrecks you see no yellows, which should be yellows, and then some wrecks, or, something that happens, shouldn't be a yellow, and there is a yellow. It's iRacing.
Yeah, we seen that last week.
Yeah, it's got a mind of its own.
Oh, man.
Storm Chaser, David Casper in chat. How you doing? Not out there chasing storms there? Looks like Kiriana, 822. I hope I said your name correctly. I'm bad about names. So glad to see you in chat. If y'all haven't already hit that like button here tonight, please do so. Share the stream as well on your social media platforms if y'all haven't done that already. I have, yeah, Eric, right? I have not seen a moose pie here tonight.
Nope.
Of course, we're missing Sanchez as well, so
We're missing the Reynolds as well.
well, Hunter Reynolds is doing real life stuff, so that's
okay,
probably where Jimmy is at, I would imagine. I think Hunter is actually, and I could be wrong, but I think he is actually racing in real life or going to be doing that or something. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. Don't hold me to it. But I know there's some real life stuff going on with Hunter. So that's probably what Jimmy is doing. Coming to lap number 59, edging ever so closer to the halfway mark. Again, a big shout out to Anthony English sponsoring tonight's opening chase race here as the green flies. A good start there by Harold. Boy, he's going to pull it right directly up to the top side in front of Travis Elliott. Rick Seabrand's right behind them. Well, that 51 giving that 18 a shove. And another thing I know, Steven and Bo, I know we haven't really talked a whole lot about, and we probably should have did this earlier, but hey, you know, now's a good time as any, is the pushing in these trucks. They don't like it.
Well, you know, pushing in these trucks are a little bit better than some of the other cars, you know, especially like the
87s?
Xfinity. Well, the 87s aren't too bad because they're a heavier car, but you know, your O'Reilly cars and your Xfinity cars, your Gen 6s, they don't push very well. They don't like to be pushed. The trucks are a little bit different, especially on a bigger track. They push a lot better, you know, especially bump drafting. At the shorter tracks like this, it's a little bit harder to get a good push because it's harder to get lined up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Watching that the 69 there, Charlie Morgan getting a little outs.
Yeah, he wasn't the only one. Harold was getting bent out of shape, too. I know he's riding that wall, and I know why he's doing it. Kind of, you know, doesn't want to cause any type of mayhem. So, but yeah, go ahead.
No, it's just on the shorter track on these 1.5 mile tracks. It's harder to get centered up on the truck in front of you. But on any of the vehicles, whether it's the trucks, the 87s, the next gens, it doesn't matter. If you don't hit somebody's center, you're not going to get a good block traction. You're going to get them out of alignment. You're going to get them. You're going to lift up that rear end.
Man, we are 3 wide, about 3 rows deep back here. Good Lord.
Because that will definitely upset these vehicles really quick.
Oh, they're door to door.
Yep. Door to door into 3. Well, I was going to say door to door out of 4, but not quite out of 4 yet.
Rick Seabrand sure did give the 51 to Travis Elliott a shot to get him pushed up out of that 3 wide situation, but Rick is having a hard time getting out of that himself. He's still stuck there between Zonto and Kilday.
Yeah. Door to door out of 2. They are still neck and neck here. Good Lord. We're going to stay right here. Yeah, I totally agree.
Gotta be careful.
We're going to stay right here with it. because if anything was to happen, it would probably happen right in here. We'll stay right here. I know they're single file up toward the front, single file a little bit in the back, side by side right back here, 3 wide even. Now back to side by side racing. Now, how long that side by side lasts, who knows? Bolzonto all over the place though. He is able to get it back under control, but that has allowed that outside line to get a little bit further. Now side by side with the 44. That's the 031 of Ron Dill. I know we haven't talked much about Ron here tonight, but Ron is, just taking it lap by lap, it looks like. He's put himself right now in 6th, trying to get around the 69 here as well. And Ron, like many of the other drivers out here tonight, guys, in a bit of a pickle, does not have a fast repair left either. So gonna have to be careful, but there's only so much careful you can do.
It's just a matter of being in the right place at the right time or trying to avoid. He's drifting up in the empty.
Lean on me. Man, they get awful squirrely. 3 wide again. Man, guess who's in the middle? Seabrands again. Seabrands is not giving that spot up. And, well, he don't have to. Whoa!
Oh, he shot right up the middle.
0-3-1 to the 4. Almost contact there, but it was almost. 0-3 on the outside. That is Steve Arata finding the wall. He has found every portion of that wall here tonight, some point or another. He wasn't the only one. He hasn't been the only one. Looks like now the Ford's going to drop it down to the bottom. I think he's had enough of that. And another thing about 3 wide is you burn up your tires quickly. Well, Vicente Guerrero with the number 14 has led 14 laps here. About to lead his 15th lap here if the 85 of Adam doesn't try to make a move, but he doesn't look like he's going to at the moment. Lap 71 here. Over the halfway mark here tonight. We have been out here on this run about 14 laps. Wow, there's a lot of 14s here going on here, guys.
Yeah, there is. Whoa.
Oh, they got squirrely up there.
Yeah, they did.
Man, I think we saw that at the same time, Stephen.
Now, the good thing about having 2 other people in the booth, folks, is I can keep my mouth shut. Do I? No.
No.
But 3 knuckleheads back up here in the booth, and more 3 wide. Oh, good Lord Almighty. Yep, that is Josh Ball. Zonto, don't think about going 4 wide there, buddy. Maybe after the white flag you can, but don't do it now.
Oh, that would be a huge mistake.
Well, I mean, you get the right people, you get the right drivers to go 4 wide. You can make it happen. You can make it stick. Is it a good thing? Probably not, but you can do it if you get the right drivers. I wouldn't advise it, but...
Neither.
Where we at on stint here, Joshua?
About 17, 18 laps. Is what we're going to have. It looks like some drivers coming down now here. A couple of lap cars, it looks like. Andrew Schroeder coming down. Now, these guys have been out here. It looks like 23 for Schroeder, 23 for Jordan. So they are in that window of pitting. So they are coming down now. However, everybody else been out here in between 18 and 19 laps. Most of them, 18.
Trying to get single file.
We have a few that's been out here 17. Jason Kinzer, Mark Mann, and Scott Warren. Will that make a bit of difference? Tire-wise, probably. Fuel-wise, probably not. But they will be able to go a little bit further. Not one lap might make a difference. They will guarantee have to pit one more time, though. I mean, they're not done by any means.
No.
At least this stop and one more stop for sure. So at least two more, including this stop coming up. And now at about 20 to 21 laps, but within about 3 laps or so, we'll start seeing these guys peel off at the entrance to turn 3, right? There is the entrance to pit road. It is different from all of the other tracks. You know, when they redesigned Atlanta, they made it to where you have to enter pit road at the entrance to turn 3. Get on the apron and enter pit road. You cannot go all the way around and enter it out of turn 4. It will black flag you.
They actually did that at the real Echo at Atlanta because there was a lot of issues going on of coming off of turn 4 and trying to slow down enough time safely into pit entrance. So that's the reason why they actually extended that out at the real Atlanta as well.
It looks like Josh Ball is coming down, as well as the 9 of Dwayne Corbett. So they have started. Pit road's going to get a little bit more busier. Looks like we're going to have a handful of drivers.
Yeah, here comes some more.
About 5 more come down here this time. And it's going to be Dustin Loxton, Steve Arata, Adam Kilday, Shane Posey, Vicente Harold down pit road.
Was that close to the 21 lap?
21, 23. Oh, black flag for Logston. 22, 23 laps is what we're at. You were right there. You're pretty close.
Yep.
My math was close.
And here comes the rest of the group down. Like I said, black flag for the 81 machine. Rick Sebrands did not come down. However, everybody else did. Anthony coming down pit road.
Did Dustin get...
He got held.
Yep. For speeding?
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
So there's no speed limit when you come into turn 3. It's coming in at the cone, at the commit cone, or at the pit entrance cone.
Right
coming
at
out of
pit
turn
road.
4.
Yeah,
right at pit road.
Yeah.
So you can go as fast as you want to coming into turn 3, around the corner out of turn 4, but you got to be sure that you're slow it down enough when you hit that pit entrance.
Yep.
Or he may have slid sideways across, locked it up. I don't know.
I don't know.
Actually go back and look at it. So.
All right. Well, it looks like Rick Sebrands is down pit road now. He got the bonus point for leading the lap. He was out here 25 laps. So he stretched it out another lap for sure. This is going to separate some drivers out here.
Yep, that was what it was, speeding on pit road.
Yep, just, man. All right. Well, so Anthony English taking back over the lead now as he just got around Rick. Rick's just coming back out. Josh Ball, here comes Travis Elliott, Adam Kilday, Vicente, Dwayne, Dave, all coming down, and Rick is back up onto the racing surface. Scott Warren is going to come around him. Rick is going to be getting up to speed here momentarily. He's about 160 now, so pretty, not quite there, but he's getting there. He is going to have 4 Sparks. Zonto, Harold, Steve Rada, kind of right here with him. So right now, though, got a little bit of separation. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Still looking at least one more stop for sure. Guaranteed at least one more stop.
Yeah, they can't make it.
All right, Anthony. Oh, Josh. Oh, now they're gonna go door to door. Oh, they're doing a little bit of trade paints out here. No pun intended on that, but they literally were. 44 to 33 were dooring each other.
A little bit of side drafting action going on there. My iPad just fell over, scared the far out of me. I thought it fell off my desk.
Oh man. You said an iPad, right? So it's Apple?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can fall off your desk. Wouldn't bother me one bit. I don't like Apple. I know those things ain't cheap, so definitely don't want to fall off the desk for sure. Those iPads, man, they can get really expensive.
Yeah. Well, I've had this one for a while, so it's an older one, and I've got it in a protected case. It just caught it out of the corner of my eye. Just the little stand deal that I have on the case broke, and
oh no.
Yeah, I don't want to stay up on its own most of the time.
Yeah, I can't stay up on my own most of the time either.
Yeah, I can't either. I got one bum leg, so.
You have a reason.
I have a reason.
You have a reason. Yep. Side by side up front, we still have Anthony, Josh, Adam, Dave is up here as well. Dwayne Corbett is in the mix. Vicente, Travis Elliott, kind of got the top 7, kind of sandwiched right here together. But don't look too far back, because you got Scott Warren, Seabrand, Sparks, Zonto, Rada. I mean, they're all right here, as well as Harold. That's that second pack of trucks. I almost said cars, but they're trucks. Jason Kinzer, Batman, that's Mark Mann, and Shane Posey is back there. That is the 48 of Schroeder right here behind Mark. Shane Posey is leading this other group. Charlie Morgan, Ron Dill, and it looks like Christopher Jordan is in the mix. But we got to get back up toward the front, because ATVO and the timing screen is lining up left and right up here. Got to get back up here where the side-by-side is going on.
Got to stand up a minute. My old leg is tightening up on me.
Ooh. Lap 90. Lap number 90. Still have roughly about, well, if we can stay green, it'll be about 15 minutes. 16 minutes, my bad. I looked at it wrong. About 16 minutes. Now, that is, of course, if we stay green.
Like Joseph Holder's taking his truck behind the wall.
Oh, no!
He ain't got no fast repair.
And Yeah, that hurts, man. Still watching the side-by-side up front. Haven't really left it. Everybody else back here, though, single file. Not really a whole lot going on back here. It's up front is where they're not really, you know, giving each other. I mean, they're giving each other room, but they're not giving each other really an inch or two. They're keeping it. Oh no! Anthony and Dave and Dwayne. I did not see that coming.
I didn't either.
Well, like anybody, I don't think Anthony did either. Oh no! Right there. Well, Dave Hunt was right behind the 44, and that is where it's going to start. So the big question is, looks like out of the turn. Oh no, I think Dave might have hooked him.
Yeah, Dave kind of went up high, and when Anthony drifted up, but Dave was right there and just hooked him in that right rear.
Yeah. Right there is where the hook was. Oh. It was coming to that start-finish line, too. And then right there it was, the hook, 44 into the wall. And that, of course, shot the 53 down into Dwayne Corbett. Dwayne, just an innocent bystander, minding his own business on the track. And, well, we see how quickly it happens. And
like you said, bud, nobody saw that coming.
No, and man, now the 14 of Azente is going to get a little bit of damage from the 53 right there, but the three drivers really caught up in that. Dwayne, Dave, and Anthony. Oh, and I know Dave
change things up.
I know Dave did not mean to. Dave is just not that type of driver. That's just a product of hard racing and being so close to one another.
That was purely accidental.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh.
Definitely. Now you give me a Klondike bar, and
yeah,
might be a different story. No, it might be a different story. No, Dave definitely did not mean to do that. Just a product of racing. You've raced with Dave, Steven. You know how Dave is. So, well,
that was just totally unintentional. He just drifted up, and then Anthony tried to make his line, and was just right there.
Yep. Man, all right. Well, looks like we're going to have a handful of drivers coming back out. I think everybody pretty much pitted. Looks like Dustin is coming back out now. Dave Hunt is rolling back out as we speak. Now, Dave did not use the fast repair, probably electing to save it just in case something, massive, a little bit bigger happens. We'll have it, kind of prepared in there just in case. But,
well, guys, I'm going to have to call it. I'm going to have to kick back, elevate, and put some ice on my leg.
All right, Steven, buddy. Well, glad to have you up here. Glad you're feeling better. It's gonna still take a little bit to get back in. Well, you've been.
Yeah.
You know how surgeries are. So.
Well, thanks for having me. Glad to see everybody, and it's going to be an interesting chase, I guarantee you.
Yeah, definitely so. All righty, Steven. Well, get that leg propped up, get some rest, kick back, watch the rest of the race, man. I think it's going to turn out to be an interesting finish.
Yeah, I'm fixing to put it on the big screen.
All righty, buddy.
Awesome. I'll catch you guys later.
Later, Steven.
Have a good night.
All right, Steven laid out here. Glad to see he's doing well. I know.
Yeah.
Those surgeries are not fun. Trust me. I know. I thought I could go my whole life without having one. Yeah, that didn't work out too well.
Yeah, how'd that work out for you, buddy?
Yeah, not well. Not well. Well, we'll get back to that here in a minute. Getting down here into the restart. Here to be lap 97. Well, this is going to be close on fuel.
That's what I was thinking. Can they make it? I mean, it's going to put them with 24.
Ooh, man, that's going to be close.
That is very close.
That's going to be close. All right, here we go. Green's back out. A late race restart here. About 24, 23, 24 laps. Now, I think if you can manage to save, I think you'll be okay under green flag conditions. However, that late race yellow could definitely change a few things up as well. Shane Posey up front into the fourth place spot. Steve Rada in second at the moment. A lot of single file. Now the 03 going to peek out of the outside here. Coming up on the 51 of Travis Elliott. And it looks like the 03 of Steve is going to lead this lap. So Steve, not a chase driver, but however, he will still get a bonus point for leading a lap. They do count for the non-chase drivers. They can better themselves in the point standings. So all points do count, regardless of where you're at. Side by side, Scott Warren, the 69 of Charlie Morgan, flying up. Man, that outside line starting to move it in a groove. And got a lot of movement going on. Boy, Steve trying to go up top side, and Steve right into the 76 of Scott Warren. They're okay, but boy, that definitely could have been a lot worse. As we see Charlie going to the bottom now, the 81. That is Dustin Logston, the 06 of Zonto on his tail as well. I don't think any of these guys up front here are saving, Bub. I think they're just going at it, yeah. All right, well, this time by, it is going to be 20 to go here at the stripe. And it's going to be close on fuel, though. I don't think they can make it. But then again, I have seen other drivers do some very strange things in the past. Ariana out in chat. Go, Steve, go. I would assume that is Steve Rada that Ariana is rooting for. I love that song. Can't listen to it.
Yeah, I know. The one I mentioned?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to have Dad change the radio station when it came on. I was like, Dad, you got to change it.
Yep. I love the song. Can't listen to it. There's several of them that I like and I just can't listen to. Not anymore. Not like I used to. Andrew Zato with Travis Elliott. You've got Anthony English battling. Who is he battling? That is the 83 of Shane Posey, as well as it looks like the 78. Now the 78 of Christopher Jordan is 2 laps down, but he is still up here fighting. He would be the only driver to get one of his laps back here if he's not involved in it. He is 2 laps down. You know, if we do happen to get a caution early, and I'm Christopher, I would just stay out and get my laps back. That's what I would do. I'd get 1 lap back on the wave around and then stay out. You know, get the other lap back. You know, that's what I would do. Now, if it's a late race yellow, well, the odds are not so ever in your favor, unfortunately. As we are edging now, 16 laps to go here, getting down to the final laps here. I'm worried about fuel.
Yeah, me too.
I am worried about fuel. I don't think if anybody saving, it's these drivers back here. Now, I think Ron is saving. He's been out here 9 laps, and he is just hanging out here by himself, not pushing anything. Oh, Ron's blinking. That's what might be going on. But Ron, I think, is saving. Either that or he's definitely blinking out as they go door to door. 83.51 right there as we get back up toward the front. I'm going to hang out right here with Shane Posey and company because they're side by side. So, I think if anything was to happen, it would probably happen right here. Not saying it will, but if it does happen, it might be right in this general vicinity. And now we're going to start seeing, it looks like Dave Hunt peek to the outside here, back here. Let's get on Dave here as he trekking around onto that middle line here. That's the 33 of Josh Bott at the bottom. Like I said, Dave not using that fast repair. Wanted to go ahead and keep it, you know, for maybe some unforeseen circumstances late here in the race, which is not a bad idea. You know, save that fast repair as long as you can.
You mentioned they were door-to-door walls. I'm wondering if they were talking to each other about their extended car warranty.
Their extended car warranty. You know, funny enough, now that you mentioned that, I have not had any of those phone calls in a very long time. I wonder if they finally stopped that.
I don't know. I haven't had them in a while either.
Still hanging out right here with Scott Warren and company. This is where that side-by-side is still going. Everybody else pretty much single file. I think they're starting to save, might be trying to save a little bit of fuel back there. They're probably realizing they may not have enough and maybe trying to save. I say that, and well, if they are, I mean, there is a gap now. Getting back here to Zonto and Travis and Anthony, there is a gap from these guys up toward the front. Not much of a gap, but there is a gap.
About 3/10 of a second.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a gap. Now you can definitely save fuel a little bit easier to do on a super speedway. I still don't consider Atlanta a super speedway, but it races like one. It is a little bit easier to save fuel in the draft on, you know, a bigger track, super speedway track, than it is at Atlanta. But we'll see what these guys are able to do. 9 laps to go. I think now, green flag, you made your bed. You gotta stay with it. If you come down now, that's it. If you come down now, you better hope for a yellow. You better hope. That's funny. I mean, $750 a month? No, thank you. I'll give them $1 a month.
Give them $1 a month.
Oh. All right. Charlie, Dustin, Shane, Steve, Scott. Oh, here we go. Pit stops.
Man.
Yep. Anthony English, Travis Elliott, Harold Rothery, Mark Mann, all down think Schroeder even coming down. Yep, there he comes. So, yeah.
This is going to be interesting, bub.
Well, you're going to have drivers that's going to stay out. I mean, no doubt about it. 6 to go. I mean, coming to 5 to go here at the line. You pretty much made your bed now. These guys that pitted now hoping for a yellow. It's probably what they're hoping for.
Nobody else came down, didn't look like.
Not yet. We're about to find out of turn number 2 here, coming into 3. Yep, here comes some more. Steve Arata, the 81 of Dustin coming down.
Man.
Yep. Have a couple more coming down. These guys up here, though, 4 laps to go. They are not coming down. They are not, at the moment, out of turn number 2. We're going to watch it here and see if they do. Up here comes the 76.
One.
Yeah, we got one more back there, too, coming down. That might be Dave Hines. Yeah, Dave is coming down pit road here, too. As well as Scott Warren. Well, we're going to have to go ahead and mention it with 3 to go. We get a yellow. We'll be in a GWC attempt.
Yep.
And there are unlimited amount of those, up to 15, of course. That is the iRacing set is 15, but yeah. Oh, Charlie Morgan taking it here, lap number 23 and 2 to go. Oh, man.
Oh, gosh. I don't think I would have came down.
These guys doing a good job. They're trying to stretch it. 2 laps to go, and he ran out.
Is somebody out of gas?
I think Charlie's out of fuel. He is on the apron. He is out of fuel.
I was afraid that was going to happen to somebody.
Jason Kinzer.
Can he make it?
Front. White flag coming up.
Wow.
White flag in the air. One more time around, but can he make it?
I don't know if he can make it.
He wouldn't be the only one. Adam Kildee and Rick Seabrands. Oh, man. Oh,
He's out of gas. He's out of gas.
Fuel.
He's out of fuel.
Yep, Adam Kildee, Rick Seabrands. Who is it going to be? Rick Seabrands going to win it.
Yep.
Adam
Wow.
out of fuel as well. Oh, no.
that was crazy.
And Vicente is going to somehow get 3rd. Wow, the top 8 drivers, and it looks like Zonto is
Zonto's
even
out of gas.
out. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Zonto's out of gas.
Well, I don't foresee any burnouts going to be happening here, but congratulations goes to Seabrands on winning it here. Adam Kildee in 2nd, and Vicente is going to squeak by in 3rd. Oh man, we're gonna have a field day talking to these guys.
Oh, that was awesome.
Or at least I'm gonna have a field day talking to them anyway. So hang on just a minute, folks. I will get these drivers up here to talk to here tonight. Fuel strategy. Wow. Alrighty, folks, hang tight. I'll be right back. folks. Well, we have caught up with the top three here tonight. And we're going to go ahead and pull up Vicente Guerrero here this evening and talk with, Vicente here because he was one of the 8 drivers that really just took a huge chance. I mean, I guess that's the best way to put it. I don't know if there was any saving in that mix. If there was, I guess it helped. But, Vicente, we got you up here to kind of talk about it because I think everybody that was in the top 8, finished top 8, ran out of fuel. Talk about it, buddy.
Yeah, that last caution or that last yeah, it was the last caution, right?
Yeah.
So when I first pitted, uh, I wanted to take rights, and I don't know, my pit crew was eating ice cream or something. They forgot to give me some right tires, so I actually double pitted there and took far tires and went to the back. I didn't like to go that far back. I knew that it was going to be a fuel mileage race. I wish I was a little bit closer so I could,
Yeah.
was able to save a little bit more. Um, at one point there, it didn't look like I was gonna make it, but I wanted to gain some positions and I wanted to get a tow off a car that was coming or truck was coming on by itself on the outside lane, and I went up to get see if I could get behind them, but the dirty air just
Oh.
knocked my truck loose and I almost got into the wall. I almost wrecked by
Oh.
myself actually. So I just fell back in line and just try to save as much as I could. So you know, luckily everybody didn't know how to save fuel, I guess. I don't know,
Well, I'm
but
gonna go ahead and ask. Do you think maybe that double pit in there that you did might have helped you? Now
yeah,
that
for
you
sure,
think about it.
guaranteed. Yeah, guaranteed. Double pitting there. We were 24 to go at the line. I
Yeah.
was showing like 23 and a half laps per
Mm.
tank. So I thought we could just maybe save a half a lap for sure. I thought we were going to be, easy to save that. But man, this truck and this fuel mileage was being stubborn. I mean, it was so hard to gain, to save in this truck. I mean, it was terrible.
Mm.
But luckily we had enough there, and we actually ran out there coming out of 4, I think, and coasted to the start finish line there.
Yeah, I know there were several others that you was able to get around that also ran out of fuel there too. They stayed out, but they just ran out a little bit too soon. Maybe before turn 3 or right in turn 3, the middle of 3 and 4, and they wasn't able to really get around. I mean, coming out of 4, you have a better shot. But hey, I mean, good points out for you. That was crazy finish by everybody out here tonight. I've not seen really. I've seen a fuel mileage race, but not quite like that.
Yeah, it threw me you know eh, for a loop there because usually we're wrecking. There's a late caution comes out and then we're screwed.
Yeah,
And if there was a late caution there, we would have been all the way in the back.
yeah.
Oh, probably not because there were still people a lap down, so they would have to take the way, but we could still pit and take fuel.
Exactly. Yeah, they would have.
So I think that would have been all right for us because I mean we could have still took tires if we wanted to. I think we'll still be in front of the lap cars.
Yeah. Well, it
So
worked out. It's good points out for you. I know you definitely would like to have gotten, the win for sure. But, I mean, starting it out, third place finish, good points night. You even led 15 laps, Vicente. So, awesome job overall. Crazy how it all worked out for, not only you, but the others as well here tonight. I mean, all it would have taken was, maybe a yellow, and it definitely would have changed everything up. But that was crazy indeed. So good points night for you. Round 1 of the top 16. One of the chase drivers next week. IRSS, totally different animal, totally different track. How do you feel about IRSS.
You know how I feel. You know how I feel.
I know how
That's
you
actually that's one of my favorite tracks actually, believe it or not, just because of the speed, the runs, and everything. So, but I mean, you just got to be um just be in the right spot in the right time and avoid the wrecks and don't get any damage and be where you need to be up front, close to the front at least, to have a solid finish.
Yep.
So hopefully next week, we can pull off a dub,
Yep. Round
if not one
5.
of our teammates.
Round 5 at IRSS. Vicente was the winner, in that one. And IRSS around number 9. Vicente, was you even at that race?
I don't remember. It's
Yeah,
been a hot minute.
it's been a hot minute. Yep, for sure. Yep, for sure. So, hey, we know you are very familiar with it. You've already got a win there. So, you know what it takes. So, awesome job out here tonight for round number 1 of the top 16, buddy. I know you've got a few final thought shout out things you want to give, a
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah,
VS and R14 out there. Mike yours, bud.
yeah, for sure. I want to thank you for broadcasting. I want to thank my teammates at No Presta Esports. You can't thank them enough, man. We all did good. We all had solid night tonight. We even had Charlie excuse my French, Morgan racing with us. So that was fun to have him there on board with us. And I also want to thank OP for putting on this league, all their admins for what they do. Uh, Definitely a huge shout out to my wife. Love you, baby. And my folks out in Arizona. I miss you guys.
All righty,
That's it.
Vicente. All righty, buddy. Well, awesome job out here tonight on a P3, man. Get rest up for round number 2 of the top 16 next week. Your favorite track, buddy. We'll see what happens
Hell
there.
yeah. Hell yeah. See ya.
All righty, bud. All right, Vicente Guerrero here third here tonight. Awesome job by Vicente, jumping up to the 85 of Adam Kilday. Adam, wow.
Yo,
That was
what's
out of
up?
the clear blue. Of course, I know you one of the 8 drivers out here that ran out of fuel, but hey, you battled it there with Rick, and you ran out. Oh man, we got to hear from you, buddy. That was a crazy finish.
Yeah, it was. All my time in super speedway racing, I never had it come down to where it's that close for a win on fuel. But yeah, it was like literally 0.1 decibel point on laps. Differential is what it came down to, and it took every drop to get even somewhat where I was at. I topped off. I think Ball topped off. All the team dropped off except Charlie. But yeah, we used every bit of leader of it as possible.
Yeah. I mean, it took every single bit to get around it here, and I know me and my brother, and I'm sure Steven was even out there, watching the last end of the race. I'm sure we were, he was, even gritting his teeth, and, Eric and everybody in chat was probably gritting their teeth about, can they make it? We thought that y'all couldn't. We even seen some drivers start coming down pit road. I'm sure you've seen them as well. What was your thoughts getting down to the, 10 to go, 8 to go, 6 to go, and you see drivers coming down, but y'all are staying out. What was going through your mind? Was your bed already made? Was you banking on a yellow? Your thoughts?
With like 4 to go, I was like, let's see if I get in a more comfortable state on fuel, like if I'm like maybe point 0.4, just 0.3 laps short of making it, I was just going to stay out and probably coast around that last lap, see what I could get. But no, it's I mean those last 2 laps we were really slowing down a lot. So it helped me out some. Then the top 4, 5 trucks that were leading, they checked up big time trying to get a bigger gulp of fuel saving in, and that helped me out a ton. I thought that part of the race right there, when it was like 2 to go, it would have saved me just over the top on making it. So I'm surprised it ended up running out of gas right at just before pit entry. But no, it was if if I was a bit shorter with 4 to go, I was just going to coast. This one it came down to that instance where that big checkup happened. I saved just enough, and yeah, we were drag racing C brands, the goat really of what do you call it? Like saving it to the very end on scooping up these wins. So I thought I had a run at them on that, but we were just a bit short on it. So but
Yeah.
it's awesome. I never, like I said, had one of these finishes before, and it was super fun. How it came down to the end like that.
Yeah, it was one of the craziest fuel strategy calls and runs out here tonight. And I've seen some crazy ones, but, only with a couple of drivers, 2 or 3 drivers. We had 8, the top 8 that stayed out. I think even Charlie Morgan even stayed out 23 laps. So, yeah, we had a lot of drivers out here that just kept going. Kept going like an energizer bunny that never even,
Mm.
thought about coming down pit road. So that was crazy, the way it happened. But yeah, it was a good points night for you, Adam. One of the chase drivers out here as well. Got some good points, got a good, good starting, spot in the point standings going into, of course, round number 2 next week. The iRacing Super Speedway IRSS. So, what's your mindset now with a good finish out here tonight going into round number 2?
Well, from the standings, I think what do we go from 16 drivers down to 8?
Yes.
It looks like it's going to be pretty close still with the cutoff spot. Maybe. Well, actually, maybe not. There's some people that didn't show up tonight.
Yeah.
Unless they're missing some C's. I don't know. But yeah, I would say we're in a decent spot then. Now that I think about it, been nice to get the win to advance, and then just cruise around for next week. But nah, that didn't happen. But yeah, iRacing Super Speedway, I think it's the only track where you see these trucks shine in their natural state, outside of the copy and paste developer package that iRacing seems to like on the service. Yeah. But it's you should see some good racing there. So yeah.
I guess we'll find out, buddy. Awesome job out here tonight. Good point stat for you going into RSS next week. I know you've got a few final thoughts, shadows, things you want to give before you go celebrate, buddy. Good point stat for you again. Mike's yours.
Yeah, we'll do a shout out to everyone in the Discord tonight. We were all having a good time, you know, helping each other out. We tried to do what we could to get the teammates' cars out of pit road with as much damage fixed as possible, because there were some guys that got caught up in a lot of stuff. But I think we all had clean trucks there at the end, so that's super cool to see. But no, shout out to the team, Vince and Dwayne and Charlie Morgan showing up here. So good to see him. Josh Ball. I don't think I'm missing anyone, but yeah, we'll do a shout out here to the League 2 on Unlimited Series OP Saturday night. We'll thank Bubba Winningham for the admin. I think Anthony has a big part in it, so him as well. Anyone who chips in to help. I don't know who's sponsored tonight's race for the broadcast.
That would be Anthony.
Oh, well,
Yep.
Thanks, Anthony, for the broadcast tonight, for the sponsor. And as usual, MaxspeedTV on YouTube, man. You know what I mean? Joshua Medlock with the commentary. So, yeah, appreciate you guys as well.
All right, Adam, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for the kind words. It was me and my brother, and Steven actually joined us up here for a while up here in the booth. And, he had to kind of get situated again. And but yeah, he come up here. It was us three yelling and screaming at y'all to figure out what y'all were gonna do. So
Awesome.
appreciate it, buddy. Go celebrate your P2 out here tonight, and we will see you next week, buddy. Awesome job.
Yeah, will do, man. You take it easy.
You too, bud.
All right.
All right. Well, that is gonna bring us to our winner here tonight, and he also ran out of fuel, but he. I don't even know where to begin. You, Adam, the top 8, and of course Charlie Morgan back there too. He finished 17th. He was out here 23 laps, but the top 8 for sure. I think everybody ran out of fuel at some point or another here at the end of the race. Y'all ran out, and
Yeah.
we got to talk about it. I did not foresee this coming. I don't think anybody did. Coming into tonight, round number 1, I thought the nerves were going to be a little bit more jittery. They wasn't. I think everybody kind of know what's at stake, especially the way it's done, 16, 8, and then 4. We did have some wrecks out here over, tonight, but overall it was great racing. Kind of walk us through, coming in to tonight, Rick, and then you've got to talk about the crazy fuel strategy out here at the end. We got to hear it.
Yeah. Just that was a crazy race. That was I love Atlanta. I love everything that it has to offer. I like the old Atlanta though too. So, but if this is what we have now, it's always been kind of good to us. I enjoy the shorter, faster, tracks and lines and stuff. Oh yeah, and yeah, that was fun. Little fuel mileage race for the first race of the first round. That's pretty cool. I didn't expect that for sure. I thought we was definitely going to get a caution there, but yeah, we saved just enough to get there to the end.
And let's kind of talk about it. You see a few guys start to come down pit road, 1 or 2, then you have a few more come down, and then really, for the most part, everybody pretty much stayed out. Anthony on back came down. The only one that did not was Charlie, but from about 9th on back came down pit road, and I know they were banking on a yellow. Y'all were probably banking on a yellow, and it didn't happen. I just don't. That's crazy.
as the race went on, I was definitely hoping that it would go green just to see how it would play out when I seen people starting to peel off there, because we were kind of saving from the word go on that restart, and I thought a lot more people were going to be in good position there, and when they started peeling off, I was like, oh boy, I think we might have something here, and if it stayed green, I knew we would at least have a good look at it or a good points night, and we got just enough in it. Normally we're, by the, you can look at Adam's stats this season. Normally we're on the other side of that when it comes to racing with Adam. So it feels good to come out on this side for once, and get locked into the next round.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about the battle here between you and Adam, because I know y'all were, coming out of the turn when, I think it was Dwayne. Somebody ran out of fuel that was right up ahead of y'all. When they ran out of fuel, Kinzer, yeah, when Jason ran out, that's right. When he ran out, it put you and Adam pretty much right there together. I don't know exactly how much fuel either one of y'all had, but I think Adam actually ran out just a little bit before you did, and that was just enough to get you around him.
And we needed every bit of that sputter from him, because as soon as we got out of 4, I think it was like right to the restart zone or close to it, we started sputtering ourselves. But I actually thought Kinzer kind of outfoxed us tonight. The way he went up there and as fast as he was, I thought he was going to make it. And I thought, oh boy, I think it might be just a drag race between me and Adam here for second. And then when Kinzer fell out there, it was just going to be a drag race going back, and thankfully we had just a drip more of gas, and that's what it took to get us.
I give kudos to the drivers that stayed out, because that took a lot of nerve to just, okay, well, my bed's made. I'm going to just have to go with it. And y'all that stayed out really took a huge gamble on that. And, for the most part, it worked out for everybody. For the
It
most
did.
part.
And sometimes that's just what it's going to be for these races too. If we get green flag runs like that, and credit to the field, everybody settled in, and that strategy only works if we go green. So.
Yeah.
That was kudos to the field and all the admins here at OP. That was a really good race that they put on tonight.
Yeah, definitely so. Well, we're not done, of course, with the win. You're into the next round, but I know you're going to come out here, race it up just like you would if it was round 1 of the regular season. So, IRSS next week, round number 2. Of course, there's a lot at stake for the other, chase drivers when you're into the next round. With what we've seen out here tonight, I'm not going to put anything past y'all, especially now. I don't foresee the same thing happening at IRSS, but on that small
If it goes green, though, it's going to be. You never know. ISS is so big, and you could save a lot of gas there too. It's just going to depend on how the cautions fall, and if the cautions fall, how big the field is, and things like that. So it should be a really good race. Feels good to be able to show up and relax a little bit, and maybe see if we can't help a teammate or something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, IRSS, I mean, it's still up in the air. More drivers can make it. Of course, you get that. You can get that non-chase driver winning it, too, and that really throws
Absolutely.
a ringer into it, too, Rick. You know it as well as I do. So
You had a bunch of guys showing up tonight with no dog in the fight other than just to steal a win, and that's what we want, too, though. We want those guys to get in here, race hard, and race clean, and steal one. That's what we're here for, and that's what makes the races so good.
I like seeing a non-chase driver win. It makes y'all fight
No
harder.
doubt. I like it. I like it too, because then somebody doesn't lock into the next round.
Well, you're locked in, so coming from a driver that's locked in, that's saying
I love
something.
it.
Yeah, so yeah,
I love it now, but maybe not next week.
You're right.
Yeah.
All righty, Rick. Well, awesome win out here tonight. Strategy played well for you. The Yeti Coolers machine winning it here tonight in Atlanta. I know you got a few final thought shout-outs things you want to give, so Mike yours, bud.
Just thanks to everybody at OP for putting on the good race. All the admins that do their thing, all the fans that watched, and you guys for doing the broadcast.
Well, appreciate it, buddy. Go celebrate your victory out here tonight. We'll see how it plays out next week at IRSS, buddy. Awesome job, awesome win.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, bud. All right, Rick C. Brands with the win out here tonight. We got Forrest and Kinzer in chat here. Finished 5th. That is not too bad after everything that, kind of happened out there. And, of course, Forrest out there finishing 7th after running out as well. Hey, awesome job, guys. I mean, I don't think me personally would have chanced it. I would have probably did what Anthony and them did and come down pit road. It probably would have ended up, going the way it went here tonight and, shooting myself in the foot over it. But that's just the way these races go. You don't know what's going to happen when it comes to race. I give everybody credit. I even give the guys that come down pit road credit. I mean, they were probably hoping for a yellow, hoping maybe these guys up front did not take the chance and stay out and maybe come down pit road. But, it doesn't always work out like that either. So, things happen. Hey, we got more racing to go. But, awesome job by everybody out here tonight for sure. We'll get down here to the official results because it has been updated here tonight. So, Rick C. Brands grabbing the win out here tonight with Adam Kilday in second. Vicente Guerrero is a chase driver. He will finish in third. Dwayne Corbett in fourth. And Jason Kinzer stealing some points out here from the chase drivers. Grabbing a top 5 even after running out of fuel. Was able to get across the stripe there and grab that fifth place spot. Josh Ball in sixth, 4 Sparks. The last driver on the lead lap also running out, but hey, crossing the line in seventh. Andrew Zonto will finish in eighth. So Andrew was actually the last driver on the lead lap. So yeah, top 8, Andrew Zonto. Also 24 laps there. So Andrew will finish in eighth on the lead lap here. Getting down here to the drivers that did pit, that unfortunately did put them a lap down, but their positions do count. So Anthony English in ninth, Mark Mann in 10th, Travis Elliott in 11th, Dustin Loxton 12th, Harold Rothery 13th, Scott Warren 14th, Steve Rada 15th, Dave Hunt 16th, Charlie Morgan was another driver that was out here quite a while, 23 laps for Charlie, and he will finish in that 17th spot. Ron Dill in 18th, Shane Posey 19th, Christopher Jordan in 20th, Andrew Schroeder 21st, Joseph Holder 22nd, Bubba Winningham 23rd, Jesse Meyer 24th, and Larry Eddy did not start here tonight. But again, our winner, Rick Seabrand's here tonight. Crazy, crazy race out here for sure. But more racing tomorrow night, CFM, right here on MaxspeedTV. Chase continues. Don't want to miss it. 8:45 Eastern, 7:45 Central, right here on MaxspeedTV. So, yeah, it's crazy how many finished while, running out. Yeah. It was crazy. But that's going to do it here tonight on MaxspeedTV. Until next time, tomorrow night, stay safe. Thank you all again, and have a good night.